Today we are working on lesson 14-2 or topic 14, lesson 2, graph data using ordered pairs. So yesterday we learned about what makes an ordered pair, how to find a point on a graph, and then also how to how to create an ordered pair and how to find a point based off of its ordered pair. Today we are going to work on actually graphing using ordered pairs. So if we look at our front page of the lesson, we have 4 different ordered pairs, and we are going to graph these ordered pairs. So it says graph and label the points of each ordered pair below on the grid. Then connect the points with line segments to form a shape. What shape did you draw? So we're going to start with A. So remember, an ordered pair is an X and a Y coordinate. Okay? The X tells us how far over to the right to go. The Y tells us how far up to go. So crawl, then stand. So if we start with A, the X is 2. So we're going to go over 2 and stand 1. Okay? Then we have point B. Point B tells us to crawl 5, stand 1. Point C tells us to crawl 5, stand 4. And point D tells us to crawl 2, stand 4. Okay. The second part of the directions told us that we need to connect our lines. So I'm going to connect them. And we are connecting them using line segments. Okay, so what shape did we just create? It has 4 sides, so that means we have a quadrilateral, but can we be more specific? What is the length of each side? Let's count. 1, 2, 3 units, 1, 2, 3 units, 1, 2, 3 units, 1, 2, 3 units. So we have a shape that has 4 sides. All sides are the same length. That means we have a square. And there's all right angles. So the shape that we created was a square. All right, so how do you graph a point on a coordinate grid? Okay. Part A. The table below shows the growth of a plant over a period of several days. Graph ordered pairs to show the plant's growth. All right, so whenever we're looking at a table of data, it doesn't tell me what's my X, it doesn't tell me what's my Y. We have to think about it. X coordinates are going to be your length of time, okay? So on the bottom of a graph, the X axis is always going to be your time. Your Y axis is going to be the data that has changed over time. So in this case, our X is going to be number of days, and our Y is going to be the height of my plant. So when I am looking at this, I am going to say this goes together, this goes together. All these are going to create ordered pairs. Okay? My days is going to become my x-axis. My height is going to become my y-axis. So my ordered pairs will be 1, 4, 3, 8, 5, 10, 7, 11, 9, 14. So now we have to graph them. So we start with our first ordered pair. It's easier to work with our left to our right. Just go in order. So we're going to go over 1 and then up 4. And we're going to graph a point. Then we're going to go to our second one. So I'm going to draw a line through it saying, I know I did that. Our next point is 3, 8. So we go over 3 and we come up 8. Then 5, 10, 7, 11. But wait, 11 isn't on the, we don't have an 11 here. So what do? If we know this is 10, we know this is 12, we know 11 is halfway in between. So we're going to have to put it still on 11. It won't be on a line, but that is okay. So again, we're doing 7, and then 11 is right here in the middle-ish. Okay? Then 9, 14. So now that I have all my points graphed, so we've done all these, I have my points graphed. Now I have to connect my points. I can't just have random dots on a paper. So to connect your points, it is very important you use a straight edge, such as a ruler. Okay, whether it's an index card, a ruler, you need to use something that shows a straight line. Why do we have to do that? Why do I have to make sure my line is straight? We have to make sure our lines are straight. That way we can look at the different trends of the graph. So let's say I don't have a point on my graph that tells me how tall my plant was on day 4. If I use a straight line, I can come to day 4 and go up till I hit the line, and I will know how tall my plant is. So that is why it is super important to use a straight line when graphing. So again, we're going to connect the dots using a straight line. Now I have on here a straight line tool, so you can see exactly what I'm referring to. All right, so like I was saying, if we wanted to know what was happening on day 4 of our plant growth, I could go to day 4, go up till I hit the line and see, oh, so on day 4, my plant should have been 9 centimeters tall. Okay, so that is why it is important to use a straight edge or ruler to help us connect the dots. Okay, so convince me based on the data about how tall was the plant on day 4. Oh, look, we already did that. Okay, so if we go to day 4 and go up till we hit that line, we can come straight over and see, okay, it's halfway between 8 and 9. So on day 4, we can say it was 9 centimeters. On day 8, let's do the same thing. Okay, we're going to go to day 8. We're going to go until we hit the line, come over. It was 12 centimeters. Okay. So you are now going to do the guided practice, the independent practice, and the problem solving on the back. Okay? If you need the accommodation of having the items read to you, keep watching. If you don't, hope you have a good day and let me know if you need any help. All right, you guys, let's start with number 1, guided practice. Do you understand? Natalie is graphing point T at 1, 8. Should she move to the right 8 units or move up 8 units? Explain. Number 2, describe how to graph the point CD. Okay. Number 3 through 6. Use the ordered pairs to graph the points on the grid. So you're going to graph each point on the grid and label it with the appropriate letter. All 4 points are going to go right here on this grid. Number 7 through 18. Graph and label each point on the grid at the right. Number 19. Reasoning. How is graphing 0, 2 different from graphing 2, 0? 20. Number sense. Shane took a test that had a total of 21 items. He got about 3/4 of the items correct. About how many items did he get correct? 21. Higher order thinking. Point C is located at 10, 3, and point D is located at 4, 3. What is the horizontal distance between these 2 points? Explain. 22. Laurel buys 3 balls of yarn. Each ball of yarn costs $4.75. She also buys 2 pairs of knitting needles. Each pair costs $5.75. She pays for her purchase with 2 $20 bills. What is her change? 23. Graph the points below on the grid at the right. Alondra wants to connect the points to form a shape. What would be the most appropriate tool for him to use? Use the tool to connect the points. 25. Talia draws a map of her neighborhood on a coordinated grid. Her map shows the school at S, which is 1, 6, her house at H, which is 4, 3, and the library at L, 7, 2. Graph and label each location on the grid at the right. I hope this helps you. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a great day.